go show your face. What you say you did?
I wasn't in college, but the other dudes were in college, and it was 20 of them in the room, and they were all from the Bahamas, from the same location. And I fucked every last one of them.
All
you saw
20 dudes?
Yes.
20 dudes at one time?
Yeah, at one time. I swear to God.
Okay, so did you nut like a lot of time, or it was like it was?
With 20
I was
dudes?
on my back. I was on my knees. I was standing up, and then I had some sitting down, and I was bouncing my ass like while my back was turned. I rolled, got on top, bounced up and down. It was all the ass smacking around. It was one ugly ass dude that tried to come in, and he thought that he was because he got butt ass naked. And I said, skirt, get out the room. You cannot be in here. No, but everybody else. Cool.
Boy, them niggas like that trying to throw your car while you in it.
New documentary.
And guess what the thing is? My pussy is still the same way.
This young man, the man I was just talking to, just happened to be walking by. He came to check it out. He wanted to give up his white privilege, but we're not dealing with white privilege. We're dealing with sluts today. It's about sluts. We have some sluts. Okay. Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine, Jesse.
What's your name?
Sam.
Sam. And are you a slut, Sam?
Okay. Jesse. Yes, we are all sluts. You're a slut. All these dudes behind you are sluts. Your cameraman's a slut. Your PA's a slut. And your mic's a slut.
And what made you a slut?
Because I own my body. My body is not a political playground. It's not a place for legislation. It's mine, and it's my future. And
how old are you?
Grown. Grown.
Grown. And so you sleep around with a lot of men?
No, actually, I'm a virgin.
You're a virgin?
Yeah.
So you're not a slut?
Yes, you can be a slut. Because a slut is not what you made it, Jesse. A slut is what I made it. A boss, getting money, taking the mic, turning life around, taking over Hollywood.
So you are still a virgin, but yet you call yourself a slut.
It wouldn't matter. I'm saying it doesn't matter if I'm a virgin. It doesn't matter what a woman's sexual history is. A slut is just a word that you and your fellow penises made. A slut. Your mama's a slut. Your grandma's a slut. Everybody.
Is your mother a slut?
No, but yours is.
Your mother's not a slut?
No.
When you said every woman's a slut.
Everybody.
Well, why your mother is not a slut?
You are a slut. Not my mother in particular is not a slut, but a slut is a word for anybody who's owning their sexuality, turning up, and not letting Jesse twist their answers around.
So let me ask, I noticed are you dressed slutty today?
No. I'm dressed like a woman.
What made you decide to come out looking like this? You look like a slut. What made you do it?
You look like a slut.
What made you dress?
What made you dress like this?
No, just answer that question. What made you dress?
I dress like this because I can dress whatever I want to. Period. But what made you dress like this?
Let me ask you, do you believe?
You put on this striped shirt?
Let me ask you, do you believe in God?
Yes, Jesse. I believe in God.
Would God want you to be a slut?
God would want me to be whatever I want to be.
Would he want you to be a slut?
He would want me to be whatever I want to be.
How about a slut?
Whatever I want to be.
And why would he want you to be a slut?
He would want me to be whatever I want to be because God believes in choice. And you should know that, Jesse. That's why you're allowed to wear this lame-ass shirt.
Would your parents be happy knowing that you're a slut?
You're a slut! 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 You're a
The oversexualization of our bodies as Black women began with Europeans, and it was sought out to oppress us and dehumanize us. We were forced in chains to entertain and perform an array of sexual acts against our will. The problem with Lizzo, Meg Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and the likes of other entertainers is the ripple effect that it has throughout the world. So although it's very problematic for all of these women to be behaving in this very repugnant manner, it's bigger than Lizzo, it's bigger than Meg and all these other artists, even the City Girls. They are in positions where their misbehavior, their misleading of the masses, and misrepresentation of the privilege of being a Black woman is incentivized. They're paid to push forth certain agendas, and these agendas are rooted in capitalism, is rooted in slavery. A lot of times I hear other women speak of the music as it's okay, and you know, they listen to it, whatever, and they want to support them. But what are we doing if we're supporting the same music that's tearing us down, the same music that even keeps our men from wanting to even be involved with us because we're operating at a very low frequency? Now, you may not be behaving as them, but what are you really saying to others? What are you saying to your children when you're singing along to these songs? You're being a part of the very thing that you wish to not see. So that's counterproductive. It really is insane. And so honestly, although we would like to see ourselves in media, you have to realize who pays to have this media push forth. They're not going to put you in a positive light. So therefore, you have to separate yourself from that. When it comes to Black women, the same stereotypes that have haunted us for hundreds of years remain, even when a television show is written by Black women. So we have now become a part of that very problem we don't even see. And truthfully, I think a lot of people that ignore the problems that are presented here are more concerned with the monetary gain they get from it, opposed to the implications of all of this on our community, our children, our futures. Like, this is engaging in the very thing that aimed to destroy us. So when they forced us, like in the beginning clip I showed up, Sarachi Barton, she was a Khoikhoi woman. They had her in, they took her from Africa, they took her to France, and they exploited her and sexually abused her, and she had a very short life. She died in her very early 30s, and they chained her. As you saw in the video depiction of it, she was chained and forced to entertain, forced to do sexual acts. And so, of course, that was something that unfortunately she went through, but instead of learning from it, we have now begun to identify with that.
According to a report by Elle, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has reported that U.S. cases of syphilis, chlamydia, and gonorrhea have reached a record high, with women facing higher risks than men. According to the CDC, the U.S. has experienced a sharp increase in the number of STD cases from 2013 to 2017. That includes a 76% increase in syphilis and a 67% increase in gonorrhea. Elle reports that in 2017 alone, there were 1.7 million cases of chlamydia, with almost half of these cases affecting women between 15 and 24 years old.
Hello everyone. I just heard some very strikingly sad news today on the public radio station. I don't know how true it is, but it's very significantly important for the public to know. I just heard that 7 out of 10, that's 70% of African American women in Fulton County.